guys, Patriot Picker here. My name is Chris. We are down in the eBay bunker and it is April 1st, 2020. In my last video, we talked a little bit about how great March, great, as Tony the Tiger used to say. That's where I got that from. How great sales were for March. And so what I wanted to do is take a few minutes to kind of show you some numbers. I'm really laying it out on the line here, guys, and bearing all in complete transparency. And the reason for that is I have nothing to hide. You know, a lot of guys might not do something like this because, you know, they don't want you to know, what their profits are and what their expenses are and such, and they just want to show you all the glamour and glitter. But I feel that it's important to show you the backside of this kind of work, as long as all the great stuff that we talk about in our videos that we like about it. There's some reality behind this and some work, obviously, to get to where you want to go with this. Reselling is a lot of fun. We already know all that. We present that well enough, I think, all of us who are in the YouTube world, taking the time to spend with our YouTube families. But there's that side, and then there's the side behind the scenes where, as a business person, you're working and trying to increase profit, and you're trying to get the best items, to source so that you don't spend as much, and you're trying to make sure you're doing shipping correctly, and all and such. And so let's look at some things real quick for the month of March. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera around, and I'm going to show you my board that I keep. Now, before we go over there and look, what I do on my board is I just write down how much things sold for. I don't get into all the fees and all that stuff. That's something that we do behind the scenes. Don't really feel like that's a necessary thing for what I'm wanting to present to the reselling world. Yet there are some really good people out there that do a really good job of breaking down the numbers. One particular young lady that I've been following here recently that does that very well and very methodically is Sarah in Here Flips. And I'm going to put her link in my description below. She's brand new to the reselling world. She's learning the ropes, and she's a sweetheart. She's very down to earth and very kind. And she's part of my family. She's a believer. So Sarah, if you're watching, shout out to you. Now, as I say, if you want to watch the numbers, the broken down item by item, fee by fee, tax by tax, and all that, then take the time to watch someone like her, and you can see all that. So without further ado, and we're going to walk over here to the board, and I'm going to see if I can kind of pull this back enough to where you can see this with me, and I'm going to try to keep it as still as possible. So at the top, you see March 2020. And in the blue circle, that's how much money of total items we sold for March. So that's $2,001 $77. On each day, I'll get a little closer. On each day, you can see how many items we sold for those days. And then you can actually see there were a couple of days in March where we didn't sell anything. There were no sales. And so a lot of asterisks, and I'll go over those. Asterisks are just what I put by high dollar items, because I like to go back and look and see where our big sellers were and what they might have been, and maybe give you an idea of what you might need to source differently coming up. In green right here, these are our consignments. So we had 2 consignments with Commonwealth Picker on the tag team duo that sold. We've got several watchers on other items that we've got listed on that consignment, but no one's pulling the trigger on clothes right now too often. So we're continuing to try to increase that on our store, and hopefully we'll get some more sales with that. And as you can see, you just keep following down. You can see where we have other data. And then at the bottom, what I tried to do, we had some really cool days, like most of you, where we sold a lot of items in one day. That's a really good, obviously, thing when you can go to the post office with a big old shipment. But and down here, you can see the total. We had 102 items sell for us in the month of March. Now, I'm a new reseller. I'm newbie. And so, I'm not discouraged at all. And I want to look at this book because this book is actually really just another one of my boards, and I just keep it on hard copy. But one thing I do in the book is I write down, as you can see right here, our February total was $1,833.55. Our March total was $2,177. So what that's saying to me personally is that we're continuing to increase profit as we go along. That's a good thing. That's always something that we're looking to do. And I know some of you out there who have been doing this about the same amount of time as I have. I started back in September of 2019. Your numbers are possibly way above, what you sold. You could be in the 3,000s, 4,000s, 5,000s for 60-day and 90-day totals and such. And hey, hats off to you. Congratulations. Way to go. High five. I don't compete. And I want to just get that out there. I don't do what I do to compete with you guys. If you're competing, that's your business and that's your model, but I'm not in it for competition. I'm in it to enjoy what I'm doing. I've said this before. And I'm in it to help my family. And I'm in it to encourage those of you out there who are looking to get involved. I want to lay it all on the line for you so you can make a good decision. That's what I'm in it for. Now, with that said, I just wanted to kind of go over those numbers a little bit. And if you have questions about something I've said in regarding the numbers, I would be willing to talk with you individually in an email if you would like. That email, my Patriot Picker email, is in the description below, so just find that down below. If you want to email me, if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, you can do that. We can kind of text back and forth there if you'd like, and all my links and everything are in my description below for communicating with me. I don't mind talking with you one-on-one. I just don't want to air that out, for the whole YouTube world. The details, I should say, like I said earlier. So anyway, without further ado, I just wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about what March was like and anticipating how April is going to be. All this going on right now, the crazy stuff with the sickness and all in the nation and how it's affecting everything. All of you watching each of our videos, all of us are asking the same questions. The biggest question is, how's this affecting eBay? Well, I tried to call eBay yesterday because I had an issue. And I tried to call PayPal and eBay. And surprisingly, I don't know why I thought that it would be different, but surprisingly, their customer service is completely down. Like, you can't get a hold of nobody, okay, right now. So that hinders us in some ways, okay? And then, will the shipping lanes, freeze up and shut down? This whole thing has got everybody just scratching their heads, and we've never been here like this before. We've never experienced anything like this in regards to how it's affecting the economy and how it's affecting us as resellers. So a lot of uncertainty, but like I said to you not so long ago, if you recall, no fear, only faith, okay? You will be taken care of if you trust in the Lord. So that's what we're doing. Now, got a couple of sales I want to go over real quick, and then this video is going to wrap up. All right, so here we go. All right, so we have this pillow pad. I'll throw that up there for you. This pillow pad. All right, it's one of those things that It's brand new, wrapped up right now, but when it folds out, it's basically like the thing you set in your lap so you can put your computer on and work in the bed or, whatever, and be comfortable. And so the pillow pad went out for $22.99 plus shipping. All right, and then we sold a little game. Brand new little game that I found not so long ago. It's called Go Long, and it's basically like a little dice game of football. And so you roll the dice, and the dice tell you how far you made in yardage or how far back you went in yardage or if you scored. And that sold for $13.50 plus a little bit of shipping, and that was probably that price was due to the sale that I'm running on my games. And by the way, I may be starting to start a sale on my puzzles because I really do need to clear out some space. The next item up is this Florida Gators hat. This is a $59.50 Florida Gators hat. It sold for $14.99 plus shipping. So those were a few sales we had. And when this video comes out today, it'll be April 1st. Those sales actually happened the last day of March. So those are included in my March sales, by the way. So that's that. Thanks for joining us today. Looking forward to a great month. Looking forward to hearing your stories and seeing how you do for the month of April. Yeah, so this is Patriot Picker, and I'm signing out, and I'll catch you again on the flip side.